Jamwest Motorsport and Adventure Park. My name is Jessica. I'm a safari tour guide. All right, so we're approaching Jamwest Motor Speedway, and it's the largest in the Caribbean based on its length. But at the moment, we're having the driving experience tour. But the length of the track is 1.6 miles. And there's a concept on property that works along with the racetrack. It is called Arrive and Drive. So you can pay $250 and they get 15 laps with 3 very fast cars. All right, so the settings of the safari is the mangrove rainforest. So we're heading deep into the mangrove rainforest at the moment. This is a part of Jamaican yellow boa, natural habitat. So there's not much around because the mongoose that was brought in by the Indians are one of the species of animal that is responsible for them being endangered. Swamp, mangrove rainforest, or wetland. That is a natural habitat for crocodiles, snakes, and mosquitoes. So we're not going to dispute that there won't be crocodiles, but we haven't seen them much because of a racetrack. The racetrack is doing 20 years. So since the racetrack have been here, the crocodiles tend to migrate to other locations because they're very sensitive to vibration. All right, so we have some sign on the path here. So this is called, it says, welcome to Liquor Jack. Liquor Jack is just it's like a pond or an oasis here. All right, so I just want to show you something very rare in Jamaica. If you look on this stick all the way up, that's a Jamaican patu. So these birds, they're good with camouflaging. So this bird here is nocturnal and it's from the Olds family. This bird is very rare in Jamaica. So you heard Jamaicans used to disrespect each other by saying that you're ugly like a patu. This is what they're talking about. It has a very wide mouth all the way back to the ear. That mouth was designed to catch large swarm of flies. So they're not able to see us now, but it's able to hear us. So they're up and about in the night and they'll rest throughout the day. And also, Aki was actually brought here by a British captain called Captain Blight from Africa. It was brought here to be used as soap for the Africans. So the Africans recognized it from back home and started to eat it. So that's why they call the scientific name for Aki Blahia sapida. It was named after Captain Blight, the British captain. So these trees here, they're called mangroves. And mangroves is the only species, they are the only species of plant that can thrive in salt water. Mangroves can turn salt water fresh. So once you see mangroves, you know that the sea is not so far away. So then normally you can find them in the tropics like in Florida, Louisiana, the Amazon, other Caribbean countries. So they normally grow from the coast to inland. So once the salt water comes inland and mixed with the fresh water, we call it the brackish water. So what these mangroves do, they absorb the salt through their roots and excrete it through their leaves, turning this water fresh. So we call around here a mangrove rainforest, a swamp, or a wetland. And it's a natural habitat for crocodiles, mosquitoes, and snakes. So expect any of the above. So first up, we have an African spotted tortoise. It's all the way underneath there. So these tortoises they're from Africa. So if you look at the feet, there is no web, meaning that it doesn't swim. It's land-based. So they hardly consume water. They get the water from the foods that they eat, which are fruits and vegetables. They're herbivores. And they have very large lifespan. So they can live like from 150 to even 200 the most. And this one is only 15. So over here, these are the alligator snapping turtles. So these turtles are not so friendly to humans. They can take your fingers or toes with just one go. And they're called the alligator snapping turtles because they have that rigid look like a crocodile or alligator. So according to scientists, they're prehistoric, meaning they're here from the days of the dinosaurs, and their tongues looks like worms. So they use their tongues to lure the fishes. And they don't have teeth. They have like a built mouth, like a parakeet's. So it is very powerful, can bite through bones. All right, so we have another crocodile here. The crocodiles have the strongest bite force in the animal kingdom. Right, they say that the bite force is 3,700 pounds per square inch. Ours is just 160. So these crocodiles, they're called the American crocodiles. They're our crocodiles. And you may be wondering why they're not called the Jamaican crocodiles. It's because Jamaica is still considered part of the Americas. So they got that name from way back then. So they can grow up to 20 feet long and live up to 70 years. So to your right, we have an iguana. So this one is a male. The males are usually the colorful ones. And they were born with that oval speck on the forehead. That's like their third eye. But it doesn't function like one. They use it as detectors to detect movements from animals coming from above. It is called a parietal eye. And they're vegetarians. They only eat plant-based diets, fruits and vegetables. they're delicacy in some countries. So they eat them in countries like Asian countries, South American countries. They eat them in Caribbean countries like Guyana, Grenada, Trinidad and Tobago, Belize. Yes, those. They say it tastes like chicken.